So lads, today we are going to be doing a gameplay with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is not cheap, lads. Lads, he is like 1.7 million MT. And there's more than one of 1.7. He's at least 1.5. And we're going to see if he's worth it. If he's worth it or not. So, let's see what price the other Kevin Durant Diamond is going for. Diamond Kevin Durant will play offense at a similar level as the Pink Diamond. Doesn't play defense at all. So let's see. Let's see how many Diamond Kevin Durant you can buy. Just forget about Amethyst Kevin Durant. That card's useless. No, so Diamond Kevin Durant is a lot more expensive than I initially thought. So he's around 50. So you can buy like 30 for the price of one of them. Okay, the Diamond being 50 kind of changes everything. But this Durant here, 95 3 ball, 90 driving dunk, 92 ball handle, great steal and perimeter defense. Solid interior as well, good speed, ball acceleration. 70 strength is iffy, but 90 lateral is good as well. He's just really, really expensive, lads. And it's like, do you want to spend that much MT on a Kevin Durant? I don't know. I really don't know if you think that Kevin Durant is worth that much MT. But his escape is really nice. He can burst out of it quite well. Okay, he's got jaw dribble style. But he's just so lengthy this year. He's just so rangy. His release is nice, but it is a little bit slow. The good thing is, though, is that he comes with the Kevin Durant fade. Which, like, I'm not used to it yet. But I'm just saying, like, when people start to get used to this fadeaway, like, in this gameplay, you're not going to see much of it. Or you're not going to see me hitting too many of them. Because I don't really know how to time it. But the space that he gets, especially going off ball hand, not on a slow fade, that was just bad by me. But if you go for a normal fade, like, that space is nuts. Like, that is going to be... If you see someone running at this direction here, they can just pull up and shoot a one-legged fadeaway on command with Kevin Durant. Like, he genuinely can in situations. When you're in a little bit of trouble. You're in a little bit of trouble, just give it to Kevin Durant. Burst one way. And then once you get the timing down, he can hit some crazy shots. Doesn't matter where you're at the three-point line, whether you're at the mid-range. As long as your opponent is moving backwards, you just pull for that fadeaway, and Kevin Durant will get some space. The amount of space he gets is nuts off it. Is it easy to time? Nope. But the space is crazy. KD step back seems pretty nice. I don't really like the slow fade, but it's easy to time. Release, people are already complaining about his release being on normal timing. It is the 11th of December. Do you guys not realize we didn't get a card go from like normal to quick timing on a jump shot last year? I'm pretty sure till like CP3 in January. If I'm not mistaken, I think Chris Paul was the first player who had normal on his base card that went up to quick. You're like, oh, what about Ricky Davis? Ricky Davis's card in rosters had that jump shot. We all knew he was going to be God. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He's going to get some space. He's going to be an elite offensive player. Not going to be a bad defensive player, but he's going to take a while to learn how to use, though. Which is why you're probably not going to see it in this gameplay here. And I actually think that even if you do see some guys like cooking with him, like Satai and stuff cooking with him, I still think that it's going to take a while before anyone's fully used to this fadeaway. And I think once people do, it becomes one of the most overpowered bailout options in this game because it's incredibly difficult to contest. And maybe at a competitive level, it won't be because people are expecting it. But at a casual level or just playing this game for fun, he's going to be incredibly difficult to stop. So anyway, now it's green at 3. And now let's get on to the old game. Let's get on to the game, lads. Hopefully we can get a dub right here. Okay, so clutch time online again. I don't have... My brain's fried. My brain is fried. I'm not in a good way. Every muscle in my body's sore. And for all the people in the comment section, like, oh, you're too young to be getting sick as often. I get sick at this time of the year. Anytime the weather like changes, since I've been about 16, I get really sick. And I've also been out of the country. I didn't feel well this day last week. And I've been out of I've been on 4 flights since then. sleepings all over the place. So, yeah, it's just been a case of me not being able to, me having to work through being sick and being sick for longer than I should be. Hence why I'm retiring soon. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm only shooting fades. I'm only shooting fades. Like, look at the space. Like, sorry, it doesn't... Like, that's a shot that doesn't matter if that's a comp player. That doesn't matter. Like, the fact that you can just fade backwards and gain, like, 3 feet of space. I'm gonna lay you open. Shoot it, please. Shoot the ball, please. Look, I can't. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like, look, that can't be guarded. That can't be guarded. Like, I just don't have the timing down. Like, once I get the timing right on this, that's a good defensive possession. KD, just go catch it. Okay. You got a contest on that one. KD's cold. In one possession, KD went cold. Which means it's basically impossible to hit a fade when you're cold. So, I just hit a shot. Give me that. Green. Come on. That's a good shot, KD. I'm going to give you some space here. Pull Booker. Shoot it. I'm giving you space. It's Devin Booker. Like, everyone be like, oh, Greener missed a good thing. Like, there is no new players that have a chance in this game. Oh my god, the space on that. Like, no way, man. That is a joke. That move is a joke. Oh my god, lads. That move is a freaking joke. I am. Like, I'm not going to be the best player in the world with this card. And I'm guessing most gameplays are going to focus on, oh, using Kevin Durant like he's anybody else. No, man. If you're using Kevin Durant like he's just a normal 3&D card, then don't spend your 1 million on him. The way that this card is effective to be used, like, the way in which you can use Kevin Durant most effectively. Like, Kevin Durant, for a lot of people in a competitive setting, is probably nowhere near as good as Tim Thomas. But there is a huge but. If you can get that fade down, he's unbelievable. He is unbelievable. Like, Kevin Durant fade going left. I'm tweeting this out. Thank me later. I tweeted out Kevin Durant fade going left. Thank me later. Like, the space that he's gonna get. So KD's matching up to a tall MPJ right here. Either tall MPJ or Rudy Gobert. So these aren't the easiest matchups in the world. No, so he's matched up to MPJ. His MPJ's got height. That's great. That's a good shot. Step back. That's fine. Is he gonna shoot it? Okay, why am I leaving this guy open? This guy can play. This guy can play. The fadeaway going right is nothing compared to the fade going left. Like, that's the type of stuff Luka pulls off in real life. I just want this one leg fadeaway going baseline, like. I'm there. We just passed the ball through his body. That was a tough shot if it goes in. Alright, we just gotta hit some shots now. We just gotta hit some shots. This is... We're down 5-0 to start. This is not good. That's a bad release. Yeah, I knew as soon as I released that one was bad. But you guys can... It's not even about that. You guys can see the space that he's getting. Like I said at the start of the video that I don't know his release yet. I don't know how to time this fadeaway yet. And a lot of people, like very few people will. Unless they've been using Kevin Durant to start the year. Like the space. Like that's a 13. I literally pulled in his face and that was a 13%. You gotta jump, take the layup. Come on. Okay, I just want to get this game over and done with quickly. So I'm gonna press the 11 daylight out of him. Hope for the best. Good defense. That was good defense. He just got the board. Sometimes you gotta just live with it. Give me that. That's his slow fade is, it gets no space, but it's easy to time. His slow fade is easier to time than his jumper. Terrible shot. Like his slow fade might be up there with the easiest shots to time in this game. As I mistime a slow fade. Angry in a jumper. But the slow fade is really slow. So if you want any... It's basically a drawback. He's got like a really easy release to green off the catch. He's got a really easy to green slow fade. But his jumper is baited, and so is his slow fade. But he gets more space than anyone I've seen off a fade. But it's hard to green. Like this is... I get it. I'm not greening everyone. I'm not going to green everyone. This is my first time using the card. You can't say that this isn't ridiculous. Oh, they're trying to guard him? Nope. No, they're not. Like, what is this? Like, oh my god. Like, it's impossible to guard because to guard that you have to like overplay him so much that you're going to give up the wide open jumper. Or you're going to give the wide open drive. So he's either going to have to overplay me or give it up. That's just bad by me. That's a bad timing by me. You have to either give up the fade or give up the drive. You have to make that choice on Kevin Durant. Like, Kevin Durant might be the best. He might be the best. Genuinely. If you are using Kevin Durant for anything other than fadeaways... If you are using him for anything other than fadeaways, he's not a top 5 small forward in the game. And I stand by that. He is not a top 5 small forward in the game if you are using him for anything other than fadeaways. But he has the most unstoppable move right now in all of MyTEAM. The most unguardable move in MyTEAM is the Kevin Durant fade. If you are out here using the Kevin Durant fade, be my guest, spend whatever the hell you want on him. I'm going to buy the diamond purely for the fadeaway. Purely for that reason, he's probably plays for me. But if you do not want to spend the money, if you don't want to use that fade, if you're someone who just wants to catch and shoot with him, he's in a baited catch and shoot release. Defense, fine. Offensively, other than that, fine. But like, if you go into Pioneers, that's the wrong set. If you go into Nightmare, LeBron Pink Diamond is a lot better than him if you're not shooting fades. This guy might be better than him if you're not shooting fades. If you're not shooting fades, you go to Season 1 and Melo might be better than him. Melo does a similar job, but he has the most unstoppable move in the game by a mile. This card can pretty much not be stopped.